Is it good morning, good afternoon, good evening? Whatever. Which one is it? It's afternoon for me. Shout out to Saturday on the Saturday, Labor Day, Saturday. You would think I wouldn't be having something hot, but it's actually pretty cool around here. Oh, how is the car on? Can you hear me? All right. So I transitioned this over to the car, but I have a feeling that the car is going to cut off. Let me take this thing out. Oop, oop, oop. Take this thing out of my ear and see if that helps. Oh, you can hear me? Okay, thank you. Thank you for confirming. Shout out to you, Mark. What am I doing, right? Like, what are you doing? I'm taking a page out of Uncle Rick's book. And I'm actually sitting in the sun. It's already getting hot. The sun is beaming down on the front windshield and it's getting hot already. But it's a pretty chill day today because it's like breezy. Okay, so our cut off again. All right, hold on. I don't know, something wrong with this damn thing, I think. Let me put this back in. See if that connects. Does that connect? I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Something is anything to be difficult, but oh, okay. All right. Thanks for confirming that you can hear me. The phone keeps lighting up and getting dark. The car is off. It's on. It must be a ghost around here or something. Child, I don't know. Anyway, I'm sitting in a Starbucks parking lot because actually, y'all, what I was about to do, SYSBM, you starting already. I can't see. Yeah, technical difficulties for sure. I don't know what's going on. I don't even want to touch anything. The car never cuts off this quick, so I don't know what's going on. Anyway, so it's nice there. Was out in the rain. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, it's no rain here, and I don't think it's going to rain. It's not a cloud in the sky. It's so nice. It's a beautiful day. I can't even believe that this is like Labor Day weekend, August. It's supposed to be hot as hell, and it is not in any way, shape, or form, right? So I was supposed to do a live stream earlier, like I usually do on Saturday mornings, but I gotta be honest with you, I was not in the mood. I was just not in the mood trying to come up with a topic and a plan and videos. I was like, oh, I'm tired. I can't do it. I see, there's a text coming through. My bad. So I just came home and I was just like, I don't feel like it. COVID, don't start. Somebody else had already started for you with the SYSBM. Listen. Uh-oh. A lot of motorcycles are out because it's so nice too. So shout out to them. Yeah, the car is racist. I think it is. I don't know what the fuck is the problem. I don't even want to touch it. As long as this bitch start by the time I am ready to go, that's all I really care about. But if I had to be stranded, I'd rather be stranded in a Starbucks parking lot, okay? But I actually am hungry, which I do have something to eat. I'm gonna eat it in a second here. I was going to the Waffle House. I was actually at the Waffle House because I was like, I'm out here. I'm about to go to Dollar General. And I was going to go to, I went to Waffle House. Child, I walked in that Waffle House, and I swear Dontavius, Quantavius, and all the other Aviuses are all up in that bitch, okay? They got the long, I don't know if it's twist, I don't know if it's dreads, I don't know what it is. But they was all up in there. I swear it had to be, Waffle House ain't that big, right? It had to be 15 to 20 of them white. What the fuck? Oh my goodness gracious. Oh, they opened up there. I'm like, what is that, child? I might have to leave. It might not be safe for Starbucks. Shit. Um. So I went in there and I was like, what the fuck? Like, I know what we see online about Waffle House, but whenever I go into the Waffle House that I typically go to, it's never like that. They had these, I think they're dreads, every single one of them. They got to be, they're definitely under 20, and you know damn well, y'all know damn well, that ain't the place for me to be, child. But I walked in there and I couldn't just turn back around because I don't want to be suspicious, right? That's just my eyes. Well, thank God I had glasses on because I know my eyes was like, what the fuck is this? Right? So, I said, oh my God. I'm like, did y'all order already? Did you order already? It was like, yeah. I'm like, are you waiting for a table? They was like, nah, we didn't order already. We just waiting for our food. I said, okay. So I walked in there and pretended to be like, oh, I'm gonna wait. Sat down, and I was gonna turn the live stream on so you could see all of them. Cause child, I swear to you, it had to be 20, and they all looked exactly like we talk about and see. And then I was like, nah, I'm not gonna do it because I don't want them to think that I'm recording them, and then they come over here. The lady from Waffle House is like, we'll be with you in a minute. I said, girl, take your time. I counted that shit down. Let me see, 60 seconds. Child, y'all busy. It's okay. I walk right the fuck on up out of there. No. Too many, child. Too many. Call me racist. Call me whatever the hell it is that you want to. Not they followed me to start. No, that was some Chinese people. Or some Asian people. Their thing fell out the back of the car or something. That's what was making all that noise. Cause child, I had to see. This is why I need to go home. This is why I need to go home. This is why I don't come out, child. I'm feeling like if I gotta be doing all this, I need to go home. It's safe there. It ain't safe out here. Oh, look who decided to come through. What's up, Couch? Did I see you last night on the double stream? I don't know if I saw you last night on the double stream. Anyway, so yeah, so the Waffle House was Waffle House and child, and mouth was watering for a freaking waffle. I promise you. Even though I'm supposed to be making good choices, I wasn't about to. Anything can pop off in the Waffle House. It has never happened before. I love the Waffle House. Y'all already know I love the Waffle House. But I walked in there and saw all those heads. I said, Lord, help your people. I said, the Lord is testing me today. I said, the Lord must be testing me today. I guess he said, now what you gonna do? I was like, I'm gonna play it off, Lord, because I don't want to just turn right back around and offend anybody and have that be an issue. I think I was in there for a total of 3 minutes. 3 minutes. I moonwalked the fuck on up out of there. No ma'am, no sir. And then it was just they were just standing around. They was cussing. I mean, all they're gonna do is stand around, right? Because there's nothing else they could do. They're cursing. They on their phones. They fuck this nigga and all this other shit. You know how it go. I said, oh Lord, I'm too old for this. So yeah, I was like, let me moonwalk on up out of here, and that's what I did. So then I came over here to the Starbucks because I said I gotta eat because I'm hungry. Not that I wanted this. This is just what are they, new sandwiches? This is probably what I should have been eating. Maybe my trainer said I told you to make good choices, and there wasn't nothing over there at that damn Waffle House that's going to be on the list of things that you should be eating. So maybe he did it. So this is what I got. What is this? This is a jalapeno chicken pocket. A lot less calories, not as fulfilling as that damn waffle would have been. But good nonetheless. Am I trespassing? I bought something. I'm not trespassing. I bought something. And even if I didn't, as much as I buy from them, they better not say shit to me ever. Ever. Right? Anyway. Let me see. Who want my attention? Conan, you criticize that language, but you're a full-grown woman speaking Ebonics. I'm on here entertaining. That's how they live their life. So you can kiss my entire black ass, including the crack. And child, if it's a taint, you can get that too. Please don't come on here and think that you're going to fuck around with me. Please, you clearly don't know where you at. Don't think you ever going to come up on this motherfucking YouTube and fuck with me. Okay? I won't end up in jail. I promise you that. I will not end up where anybody says anything to me for what I'm doing, so I can promise you that. So think about that the next time you think. Don't block nobody either, y'all. Don't block nobody unless they being racist, like serious racist. Other than that, I got time today. It's a holiday weekend, okay? And if somebody think that they're gonna fuck around with me on my live stream when I didn't ask for you, bring it. Bring it. Because honestly, what you should do is send a super chat and say that shit. But you won't, because you a punk ass bitch. Let's go. Because you a punk ass bitch. Worrying about some shit that you don't need to be worrying about. Talking about shit that you don't know nothing about. And yet you can talk your shit, but you here watching me, nigga. How about that? Because I promise you that's exactly what's going on right there. I promise you. All this talk that y'all be having, but be right there. All views matter though, Shell. So that's the thing, y'all. All views matter. So continue to sit there and talk your shit and make money for me in this channel, and I'ma let you. Okay? Only if you see something blatantly racist, y'all. Let him rock. Cause this is what you gotta do with your life, is to sit here and worry about my Ebonic ass. My Ebonic ass. Yeah, I agree. Repent to the Lord. Okay? Tell him to repent to the Lord. Okay? Because we praise the Lord around here. Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord. Okay? And maybe that Conan or whatever the fuck his name is need to go ahead and do that. Instead of worrying about me and mine, go worry about his fucking salvation. Okay? Yeah. Keep the video on the algorithm. Thank you. See? Anyway. So, yeah, hit the Cash App. They won't do that. How? Because I can, J Chow, and you ain't no better because I can. And you sitting right here listening. So the keep on viewing. Keep on viewing. So anyway. So shout out to Reaper, who brought up Jussie Smollett. I don't know if you know, he got a documentary on Netflix, right? And it was released yesterday. And I watched it. So Jussie was on there, actually. He was on there. He was being interviewed, which is why I was like, really? This what we doing? Okay. Why is he not letting us go? Exactly. For what? I don't know. Except for he wants to prove his innocence. That's what I think it is. It was interesting. I'll definitely say it was very interesting. Because it's been so long since, you know, I've even thought about that mess. But then they went over the case from the beginning to the end, but they had the video. They had a lot of video because they figured the case out because of the fact, of course, that there's freaking video everywhere, right? The hotel, the subway, the streets. It is Chicago. The streets, everything, right? So they saw or showed Jussie coming out when he went downstairs or went to go get his Subway sandwich, right? And I'm watching it because I was like, all right, keep an open mind. And then the Obamseli brothers, child, whatever their name is, the Africans king, after he got his Subway sandwich, beat him up. He picked up the Subway sandwich. And then went back to the hotel. Then they show him coming back into the hotel, right? And then it just looks like he's walking up his steps, and then he gets into his house or whatever. And he didn't want to call the police. Somebody else called the police. That's the first problem as far as I'm concerned, because it's like, So you telling me that somebody came to you and called you the derogatory ABCD word. They said that they were going to HANG. They said this is MAGA country. It was racism, but you didn't want to call the police, right? Child, how much sense did that make, right? Fine. So I think somebody in the hotel must have called the oppressor. So when the oppressor go in, because you know they got body cam on, they show Jussie and his, whatever the guy was, producer or something, child, I don't know. He still got the noose around his neck. Now, it didn't look like a, y'all, why did that thing around his neck look like, you know, when you was a kid, specifically girls, and you used to do like crocheting, and then if you didn't finish it, it would just be all stringy or whatever. Remember those, not necessarily crocheting like this, but it used to be like a square thing. And then you used to lace yarn over it. And then you would lace yarn this way over it. It would come out and it would be like a pot holder or something. Child, why that shit look like an unfinished one of them? It was hanging down here. It looked like it could have been maybe even a maxi pad with string on it or something. I'm looking at that shit even the first time. I'm like, that's a noose? I thought a noose was round with a long thing off of it, if that makes sense. So you noosing, it should be a hook around, like this damn thing right here, like this damn thing right here. It should look like this. No, it didn't look like that. It really did look like an old-fashioned maxi pad. Because, child, back in the day, I'm not trying to be graphic, but back in the day, when they didn't get their maxi pad game together, maxi pads was a mess. So you millennials and Zaz are lucky. You don't really know the struggle, okay? Anyway. So, the police officer is like, basically, you still have that on? He said, yeah, I wanted to keep it on until you got here. Y'all, I promise you. God forbid. I promise you. If somebody put a noose around my neck, God forbid, and I got home, you think I'm going to sit there with it on? Especially when you didn't even want to call the oppressor? What you sitting there with it for? Did you take pictures too so you could leave it as a commemorative thing for somebody later? Right? What's up, Porter? So, he was like, I don't want the cameras on. I don't want the cameras on. So they turned body cam off. So that's all we got of that. But he looked crazy. Then he took the thing off, and it really did look like an old-fashioned maxi pad holder or something, right? So then the police, the oppressors start to tell their part when they were, you know, a part of it because they came back to interview for this. Shout out to them. And Rahm Emanuel was mayor at the time. I don't know if he did good or not. Y'all let me know. Not to try hanging from a tampon. Did Rahm Emanuel do well as a mayor? Because Rahm was the mayor. So if Rahm was the mayor then that means Lori came after him, right? And now Brandon Johnson? Or was it Lori, Rahm, and no. It's Rahm, it's Lori, and Brandon Johnson, right? Did he do any good at all? Shout out to Kennard. But he was like, you better get this together. You better figure it out, talking to the oppressors. You better figure this out. We can't have this. We can't have this in Chicago, right? So, of course, they started looking at video. Like I said, how many years ago? So all they got to do is get on TikTok and start looking because they're going to run off at the mouth or whatever is there. So, all the street cams and everything, right? Shout out to 3 a.m. I see y'all. Hit the like button for me. Double tap. Appreciate you. So they started looking. They traced them. All right, fine. Then they were like, we don't see nobody, right? I see you, boo. Thank you, boo. Always good to see you. File with the money. Somebody better scoop him up. I'll tell you what. One of you single women, you better go scoop far up. He in the money, child. Not because of that. Not because of that. I'm just saying. Shout out to him again for his new job. Okay. So you said Ron was a good mayor. Okay, cool. So they sat up there and was looking. All of a sudden, they seen two people on the videos, of course. And they was like, okay, well, that gotta be who it is. But they saw him getting out of a car. What did they do? Zoom in on the plate. Child, I wish I had the Price is Wrong button right now. They zoom in on the plate. They find out it's a Lyft or Uber, whichever one it was. So what you think they're gonna do with that? Then they traced them back to wherever in Chicago. I don't know Chicago like that. And they went straight to the house of the Africans. What the fuck? Y'all did not think this through at all. Then they used a taxi at one point. Then they used the Lyft and the Uber. But you know when you do Lyft and Uber, you got to give your name and all your information. And I'm sure that the taxi cab, which I haven't seen a taxi cab since the 70s to use one anyway. You got to tell them who you are, where you going, all that type of stuff. Dummies. I'm not talking about the Umbumselli, and that's not even their names. That's the dude that got deleted down in Florida. That's the only African name I know. Sue me. So they trace right back to Umbumselli because they're the two people that's out there, and then they bring them in because of course they found them, and they wouldn't talk. They said, no, we standing 10 toes down. They ain't talking. Their lawyer was goofy, but clearly she allegedly knew what she was doing. But the day that they was holding him was the day that Jussie went on Robin Roberts because they was trying to figure out, well, where can we go talk about this? It got to be someone that is ABCD friendly. Robin Roberts, ABCD, Good Morning America, which was, the shit back then. Because hopefully it don't, but you never know. Anyway, so that's the day that he was up there and he was crying on the TV, and he said something he said. I forget what it is that he said exactly. But the Umbumselli brothers heard him say it, and they was like, oh, this nigga about to turn on us. They basically thought, oh, this nigga is about to turn on us. They said, oh, hell no. We gonna turn first. That's when they started talking. So if that nigga had shut the fuck up, meaning Jussie, he may have gotten away with it. But no, he had to go get on TV because allegedly the motive that he wanted to do this for, where they were saying that he wanted more on Empire. Shout out to the Chameleon. What he wanted was to be a martyr for the ABCDs. And he wanted to be the go-to person for that type of shit. He was on that show and he was fine. He said allegedly he had money, and then he had a record contract. And he effed it all up because he wanted to be the leader basically of Black Lives Matter, child. Not necessarily specifically Black Lives Matter, but basically that's what he wanted to have done. Wanted everybody to come to him, about mess like that, right? So you ruined your whole reputation and your career for that. So that's why he was going down with the fight, and then he went to some club where he did I would say stand up, but I guess he sang. I knew he was lying when he went to that press conference and called himself the gay oh Lord, where the button at? The gay Tupac, sounding crazy. Sounded half damn crazy. But he would not let up about the fact that he said that all this happened, it was true. I'm not lying. Even though they showed the whole route that the Umbumselli brothers took. They showed the whole route, where they got dropped off, where they got picked up, the name of the street, the time. Negro, please. He gonna be like, oh, I gave them a check for $3,500 just for training purposes. Oh, did you now? Because those dudes this how dumb he is. Those dudes worked on Empire, and they got pictures with Lee fucking Daniels. Did you not think that wasn't gonna come out? Both of them brothers was working at some point on Empire. No, I do remember when he did say that. I totally forgot about it. But that was supposed to make him like, dude, shut up. He's sounding crazy. They didn't think this thing through at all. He definitely did this for a play, in my opinion, allegedly. To make himself look better and seem better in the eyes of ABCDs, I guess, child. I don't know. Somebody sent me a Venmo. Thank you. I don't want to hit the stream because I don't want it to mess up, but thank you so much. It must be JP. Is JP in here? It must be. I think it's JP. He always sends me something through Venmo. Thank you. But he was still standing 10 toes down. Standing 10 toes down. This really did happen to me. And you know what they went and ended up saying though? After all that foolishness, Jussie said that the man was white. He could see that he was white through the parts of his eyes, right? Thank you, boo. Appreciate you. There he is. Thank you, hon. He sat up there and said, and he was like, this really did happen to me. I don't care what none of these people say. He said, I don't know why they are lying, meaning Obamseli brothers, basically. And the police are racist, right? Of course the police are racist. Of course they are. And I'm not saying they're not. But in this case, they were definitely racist. That's what Jussie is saying. So they did all that investigation. And guess who the damn person was that's supposed to prosecute Kim Foxx? That heifer. Who they said on the documentary, she didn't want to prosecute anybody. She just wanted to make all the shit go away. Why hire that bitch? I mean, they voted her in. But that's what the fuck she was doing. And so she basically dropped all the charges or let it go. I forget what it is she did, but they showed it. And they was like, what the hell? The police was hot with her. The oppressors were hot with her for allowing that man to leave. Then I guess federal people came in and said, nah, nigga, you ain't going nowhere. And that's when they brought him back in. And I feel like he went to jail for maybe 6 days. And that's what he was doing is, I am not suicidal because in case something happened to him in jail, he wanted to make sure that they knew it wasn't me, it was them. Kim better get a bullwinkle look. She is a horrid looking woman. I'm sorry, y'all. That woman is horrible looking. She out of there now. But yeah, we know she didn't want to prosecute anybody. And then people are like, well, what's going on in Chicago? I can't imagine what's going on in Chicago. I don't even know how the white lady is doing. The new white lady they hired. I gotta check into that. I forget her name. So after all that, and he get convicted, I think he ended up having to pay a fine. It really wasn't anything that really happened at the end of the day. And I don't necessarily think that he should go to jail forever, but he should pay resources for he should pay back all those resources that he wasted for sure. I think he got $105,000 he had to pay back, right? So then all of a sudden they bring in these people who think that he was set up, that he really was telling the truth. And I'm looking at these bitches. These are people that ain't even in the United States. They in other places talking about, oh, I believe him. Why? And they said because the oppressors lie and they're racist. That's all y'all got? So then they started looking at all the damn police, and of course they had a charge of this or an accusation of that, all the things that oppressors have. And I'm like, so we just supposed to just take Jussie's word on everything, and we just supposed to go ahead because these dudes had this, that, and the third. Then they want to bring up what happened with Laquan McDonald, which was not a good situation. I do remember that one. And say that the Chicago PD hide stuff and they set people up, blah, 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 blah. And then they start showing the Laquan McDonald stuff. I said, I see what y'all trying to do. You try and get people all riled up with this. No, I will not. I'm like, that nigga lying, okay? He did that shit, and he knew. That's what I think. So this was before 2020, y'all, and they was having all these racial tensions and protests and all this other stuff for the, Black Lives Matter was running around by that time. And so everybody was all riled up. And so this made it worse. This made it worse in Chicago. So my question was, so if all these policemen are racist, did y'all do anything up until now to get them the fuck on up out of there since they so racist? Did y'all do anything to change any of that? I don't recall anything. Maybe they did and I missed the meeting. Did they go and say, you know what? We gotta get some new recruits up in here. We gotta do something about the Chicago Police Department because they ain't nothing but a bunch of crooked crooks, which is the same thing that's in Baltimore, which is the same thing in any other town, right? I'm like, I don't think they did all that. But they wanted to try to be like, oh, well, they're so racist and they're crooked that they did this and they set Juicy up. I'm like, they called the police. They called the police, whoever did. So now all of a sudden, the police are setting you up. And I'm not saying it's right. If the police fuck up, they they probably have, is what I should say, mess with some shit to cover their asses. Why would they do that for Juicy? Why would they be like, well, it's Juicy Smollett. Let's go ahead and fabricate some shit so that we can get this case done. Why would they care about him? They don't. Them ladies was trying their best. To say that this was some setup. Probably because he's black. Probably because he's gay. I'm like, y'all really do reach up into your asses to come up with some of these theories that don't make no sense. So this is all the oppressor's fault. When the oppressor was over there minding his white and black ass business until y'all called him to come over here to help Juicy. That's what we trying to say now? So then you're going to go and look at their records and everything and say, oh, what about this? Oh, what about this? So then they had the nerve to say that there happened to be a white man out there on the street that night, which they had surveillance and it looks like it is. But him and the person he was walking next to, because I don't think they were together, weren't together. They showed the man walking across the street. They said, yeah, see, there was a white man out there. Oh, okay. Then that means he was telling the truth because there happened to be a white man out there. There was also a woman who was in Subway, another man who was in Subway. So nobody said there wasn't nobody out there. Oh, there's a white man. Oh, okay. Then Juicy must be telling the truth, child. I'm like, bitches, if y'all don't ever shut the fuck up, just saying any old thing, just to be saying shit, right? So then the police came back after that and started refuting everything that they were saying. I was like, thank damn God. But I'm like, at this point, I still don't even understand why this was necessary. He already got his charges. He already got to pay his restitution, whatever. That's it. That's all. Y'all just want to revive shit just to get people all riled up and incensed, in my opinion. That's what I think. So yeah, if you want to watch it, but I don't know that it's even worth watching because I don't think I learned anything new. Oh, I did. Them two bitches was trying to say that Juicy was right. And then by the time it was going off, I wasn't paying no more attention to it because I didn't care. I should have said spoiler alert, my bad. But that was that. It did happen during that Polar Vortex. But there were quite a few people in that subway. So Juicy was going to some store first, but it was Walgreens. He was actually going to Walgreens first. But Walgreens was closed. So he ended up going to Subway. And here's the funny part that I was like, nigga, you lying. He went and got a Subway sandwich. Then he came out. Then all of a sudden, these two white men was following him. And they say, now everybody's all bundled up. All bundled up because of the vortex. But they recognize Juicy. You trying to... Michael Jackson? Maybe. Right? Whitney? Maybe. Okay? Who else could somebody possibly recognize? I don't know. Those two come to mind. Maybe Chris Brown. Ain't no way somebody is like, that's Juicy Smollett, all bundled the fuck up. Is that what we're trying to say right now? Is that what we're trying to say right now? And a white man at that? Goodbye. Not Saucy Santana. Maybe R. Kelly. Yeah, maybe R. Kelly. So he came out his back towards the white men and they like, aren't you that derogatory F word from Empire? So racist white men are watching Empire. Y'all, black people wasn't watching. Well, they were the only ones watching Empire. Yeah, okay, Drake. All right, Drake. I give you that. But all bundled up, even back towards them. And he talking about, aren't you that F word from Empire? This MAGA country. MAGA country. Chicago. Chicago. So Chicago is sundown town now. Is it sundown town now? Chicago. Chicago is MAGA country. Child, you ain't even make it seem like it made sense. You could have at least went to Los Angeles with that shit. That would have had a better chance, child, saying that shit. I was bagging up when they said that. It's not because it's like funny, but it was funny because it was like Chicago. The last thing I ever think about when I hear the name Chicago is a bunch of white people talking about this MAGA country. Now, Alabama, yes, I'm being racist right now. Maybe some other part of Illinois that I'm not aware of. But Chicago, white folks didn't watch Empire to even know who he was. Okay, if they recognize Taraji, okay, maybe that. Maybe Terrence Howard. But Jussie, good fucking bye. You are not. Child, anyway. Ridiculousness. Crazy. He thought somebody was gonna fly with that story. Nigga. Oh yeah, those white women did. Because it was two white women that was trying to say that he was telling the truth. He's like, to this day, I stand by my truth. This is my truth. Child, when you say this is my truth, that means you're probably lying. Because, child, that's the way you see it, but that don't necessarily mean that that's the way that it actually is. This motorcycle is quiet. Anyway. Child, not hustle and flow. Nobody out here recognizing fucking Jussie Smollett. Goodbye, sir. Hell, I don't even know if I would really be recognizing his punk ass, child. Anyway. So yeah. Spoiler alert. My bad. Good luck to that man, but not really, because I could care less. Yeah, you had, no, I'm not done. You had, what is his name? Lee Daniels coming out here. We stand behind you. Of course you do. Like, you really want to stand behind him, allegedly. Because you know how Lee Daniels is, right? Lee Daniels, the one that talked down or bad on Missy or Monique. But he came right out supporting Jussie real quick. Everybody was out here supporting this dude. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And put a noose around his neck, and then you wore it and kept it on for a fashion statement, nigga. Please go on somewhere. So yeah, if you want to watch it. I did order that book, y'all. I did order that book, so the book will be here. But I think I'm gonna do eviction night tomorrow because it's the last day of the month, and there's a lot of stuff that I have saved. So I think tomorrow gonna be eviction night. Of course, there's crime is down because there's always no crime because there's no crime, y'all. No crime. Crime is down. Crime is actually really down in DC though. So, but then people will say that that's just Trump, lying about the numbers, and he's racist and he's lying. It's not really down. I'm just saying. So yeah, that'll be tomorrow at 10. But so I actually I went walking this morning. I went walking with my girlfriend. We walk this trail, and we run off at the mouth. So we was talking about, sorry y'all, this generation, right? Because she got people in her family that are acting crazy. They was calling her on vacation to talk about dumb shit. Girl, if you don't hang up that phone or not answer that damn phone, because you out of your mind. Even though I answered my phone from my kid when she called, but it's my kid. But she had foolishness too. I'm like, girl, I'm on a ship. What do you want me to do? Oh, I didn't know. See, that's half of the problem right there. You ain't even in tune with your own daggone parents, because all you concerned with is yourself. Because they're a selfish generation. I don't care. Queen, you ain't got to claim it. You up in there, though. I'm not saying it's you. I'm not saying it applies to everybody, right? But So she was telling me about the one of her, I don't know, nieces, let's just say it's nieces, who has a 14-year-old, right? It is her sister who just died's child. So this niece has a 14-year-old. And she calling her while she on vacation. She in St. Martin. I said, girl, I don't know why you answering the phone, but okay. The girl said, I need you to talk to, let's just call him Quantavious. I need you to talk to Quantavious. And she said, girl, I'm tired of talking to him. What the hell you want me to talk to him for? She said, because he not listening. And he need to get himself together before he end up, of course, in one of two places. And she was like, I have already talked to him. What more do you want me to do? I said, girl, I said at 14, honestly, it's probably a done deal. So she says that her sister is the one that had the kid. Oh, so you mean to tell me that it was a grandmother that took a grandkid on? So she took the grandkid on, and now that mother is deceased, right? My friend's sister. So she said now that Meemaw is gone, he definitely ain't listening. He cursing me out. He's pushing me. Girl. So then you gonna ask some other woman to do something for your YN at Fort Damn Teen? What you gonna do at Fort Damn Teen? He ain't gonna change now. And I said he probably reeling from the death of his real mother, the one that's been taking care of him. I said, did anybody think about that? I said, did she think about getting him some counseling off of that? Did she think about doing something, calling his father? She's like, they don't know what a father is. I said, oh, okay, so it's some typical shit, right? Get him a big fucking brother or something. I said, because if she continues, we're going to end up, I said, God forbid, child. I said, but I watch these stories all the time. She's going to be in a worse situation. She's going to be joining her mother, allegedly, okay? Her mother died of natural causes, though. I said, she's going to keep pushing that dude, that boy, young man, let me get the right word, that young man, that YN, that's the word. We're going to be pushing that YN, and then he ain't going to have it. He already pushing back on you and saying, F you, cussing her out and all that stuff. She was like, I already know, but, you know, they just be trying to get me to do it. And I say, and you don't need to be getting yourself involved in that shit. That's her responsibility. I said, and these will be the same people talking about, well, no one will help. You won't help yourself. Y'all put yourselves, not y'all, you know what I'm saying. Y'all put yourselves behind the 8 fucking ball all the damn time. And then turn around and try and never take any responsibility for it. I'm honestly tired of it, right? Never take any responsibility for it and then say that somebody else was supposed to help you and somehow, some way it's Donald Trump's fault or somebody else's fault, right? So then I was telling her, I was like, one of these kids, one of my friend's kids, one of my kids' friends, quote unquote, just got divorced from her husband. And they ended up having 2 kids together. And so she had a divorce party. And I'm like, what? Why are we having divorce parties? I'm like, I feel like that's so stupid and disrespectful and unnecessary. Just go on about your business. He found out that she was having a divorce party. What in the world? Dad, what are you saying? Girl, child, girl. Are you mocking me? Are you mocking me? Thank you, boo. So he found out that she had a divorce party and he went over there. These people are under 35. These people are all under 35. What are you doing? What are you doing? Why are you going over there? Why are you going over there? He ended up having a kid with somebody else. So he's got, what is it called? Irish twins, but with 2 different mothers, okay? So I understand the divorce in this case. But I don't understand why it is that you don't have enough self-control that you can't just move on because you effed up. And that's the dude I'm talking about. You effed up. You shouldn't have been getting somebody else pregnant. She moved on, or you're divorced now. You should be happy. Go on and be with that girl who he's actually with. So that makes it even worse. What are these people doing? Oh, what is it called then? Ghetto twins. Ghetto twins. My bad. Ghetto twins. Why can't these people ever move the fuck on? I don't get it. If you wanted her, why are you messing around with somebody else and getting somebody else pregnant? I don't get it. I don't get it. And these people don't go. It's definitely ghetto twins though. And these people don't go, from what I've seen, and go and like get stuff for their kids, meaning something tangible, right? A home, a house that they pay for, you know, so you can leave something to your kids, life insurance, you know, your own health insurance, a job, stuff like that. They're not doing that. That girl lives with her mother, with her kids, with her 2 kids. But actually, he lived there when they were together. He lived there when they were together. What kind of man are you marrying that's okay with y'all living with your mother, with y'all's whole ass family? I don't get it. How are you having sex in the house with your mom anyway? As an adult. How? I don't get it. And don't care. Like, she's still living there. Like, what are you doing? Like, what is your plan? These people don't plan. These people don't plan at all. It's whatever happens that day is what's gonna happen. That girl with the 14-year-old better figure it the fuck out. I'm telling you, we already know how that story is gonna end, and it ain't gonna be good for neither one of them. God forbid if he starts going to jail, then you're gonna have to do something with that. Cause yeah, so then she was telling me that same girl with the 14-year-old, right? Who she dropped the kid off with the mother that's now deceased. So now the young man got to come back to his actual mother, and he probably resents her and don't like her because you dropped me off with granny and you had nothing to do with me. Of course she got a man living with her. Child, I wish I had the fucking button. Of course she got a man living with her. And of course, he don't work. He ain't doing shit. But she made the son go and have a conversation with that man. For fucking what? You part of the problem. You are the problem at the end of the day, ma'am. With regard to all this. But bitches don't want to take accountability for shit. You shouldn't have dropped your kid off to your mom. So in her last days, even though I'm sure she was okay with it, she had to sit up there and take care of your kid. And now you calling the rest of the world because they supposed to do something about your kid. Then you're living with a man, quote unquote, that don't like your kid, which is probably one of the reasons why you got rid of him. And now that you have to take care of him, you still choosing that dude over your kid because she's trying to get somebody else to take him now at 14. So this clearly was happening before he was 14, but he's still only 14. He's only 14. They don't be thinking that shit through. He ain't even gonna turn into his size and all of that stuff for another few years. You know, they have growth spurts and they get big. Then they be thinking about, I'm sure he's already thinking about what's going on and what it is that he's seeing and what the hell it is that he's going through, all that type of stuff right now. So they're gonna carry it every year after year. You making him go and talk to some dude that he probably know don't even like him, that he don't like. Got to stay there with both of y'all. Probably be treated like crap. Probably hear you on the phone talking about come get him, come. These people don't think. But nobody worrying about his frontal lobe, right? You think anybody worrying about his frontal lobe? No. No. So then her dad, child, this story is so dumb. So then her dad, who she don't talk to, somebody told him that she ain't paid the rent in 3 months and possibly is about to get kicked out. Sound like a personal problem to me. He's gonna go take a loan to get her rent paid up. He gonna go get a loan so that he can get her rent paid up. And my friend is like, why are you doing that? Because she, one, ain't gonna be grateful for you. Two, she don't even talk to you and treat you like shit. Oh, so there's a pattern here, except for the man that's running up in her ass. Any other male and man, she ain't got no respect for or ain't got nothing to say unless she want them to come take the young man that she had. I said, I'm sorry to talk about your family, but I got to tell you, she ain't shit. She ain't shit. I said, and she the problem. And she don't disagree, of course. But so that's another young man that's going to end up being a statistic. The odds are, I agree at 16 is going to be a mess.com for her. For him too, honestly. But I'm pretty sure in a lot of these cases, it's not their fault. I'm gonna go ahead and say that in a lot of these cases, it's not even their fault. Because a lot of the times, these bitches just be trying to get rid of them because of some other dude that they would rather spend their time with. How the hell you gonna get rid of your son and then you got some man living with you? How? He male. You chose this male over that male? That's the male that you had. And he's a child. It ain't even like he's like 20. All right, you gotta go. You gotta get something done, child. He's 4 damn. I'm just like, I just couldn't get over it. This is what you doing to a 14-year-old. He ain't asked to be here. He already going through it. And this the best you could do is to call around to try to get somebody to take your responsibility as well. That's we not forget that part. That's your responsibility. You had that damn kid. So I said, where is dad? Nobody knows. Of course. But it's always y'all's fault, crusty dusties and musties. It's always y'all's fault. And it's your responsibility to go find her and SYCBM her. She's sitting up there with somebody that that's about to let her get kicked out. Right? That they had to go to a different male, her dad, to try to get, well, my friend wasn't trying to get him to do it, but he's offering to do it, but he ain't shit, to take out a loan to pay her rent so that they don't end up in the shelter again. So that's where she's been before, because she ain't shit bitch. They don't tell these stories on Kendra. They don't tell these stories when they go onto these shows. So you treating your dad like shit, he's still willing to help your ass, man. You ain't trying to take care of your son. You trying to pawn him off on somebody, man. You keeping that man in the house because your box is hot. And he going to allow you to possibly and potentially be out in the fucking street. But you doing everything for him. I don't get it. I don't get it. Oh, you know what? That's what I said to her. I said that girl in a lot of these situations, those are the women that are the actual pick-me's at the end of the day. Because y'all know they call me and Dee Dee and all the rest of them pick-me's because we married. Imagine calling somebody a pick-me because they got married, right? Imagine that. But then a bitch like that I was just talking about, isn't she waiting for the man that's in the house to pick her so that they can stay together? But he cares so much that he's causing trouble with a 14-year-old instead of trying to resolve it and instead of trying to help you. Instead of trying to be making sure that you don't get kicked the fuck out, but your dad is doing that and you ain't even talking to him. And probably talking shit about her damn dad. Shout out to Daniel. Nobody wanna acknowledge none of that. They don't want to tell them stories when they be calling up to Kendra. None of those stories. It's not like we don't know. There's always some dumbass story. I don't know if I put that post up. I just saw that Kofa. I don't know if he's still here. Kofa put up the post from one of them blogs where during the Young Thug trial, there was a lawyer that was caught having relations or relationship with one of the defendants, right? They are now pregnant. They are now pregnant. So she is a lawyer. She was working on the YSL trial and got caught messing around. They got caught messing around. And I don't even know if she had to recuse herself or whatever, because I didn't watch that trial, right? But they kept going. And now she's pregnant. And I didn't say they was married. So how long ago was YSL? Let's say it was 2 to 3 years ago. So y'all been messing around for at least 2 to 3 years, right? And then now, after all that time, you didn't get. Oh, are they married? It didn't say that. Okay, fine. Good luck. I hope it all works out. Good luck. Good luck. But yeah, but I saw the announcement because Kofa posted it talking about they was having a baby. But when you think about it though, Trend, talking about what we was talking about last night, are they on the same class level? No shade. If he was on trial for whatever that shit was about, and she a lawyer, are they in the same class? I just wonder. But I guess he came up, so shout out to him. Hopefully it works out. Hopefully everything is everything. And we don't see a video where somebody is walking down the street with a weapon and taking somebody out in the middle of the parking lot, walk away, and then come back and then do it again to make sure that she's really on up out of here. I'm not saying that's what's going to happen. I'm just saying for people that are so smart and so intelligent and got it going on, you end up settling anyway. So what? So why stop asking? No shade against that dude, because I don't know him from a can of paint. But if you are a lawyer, the odds are you're making more than me, for sure. You're definitely making more than me. So you're going to deal with a possible potential odds are criminal. And they all got off from what I understand, so fine. But that don't mean that they're not involved in some bullshit. You rather take a chance with your energy, effort, time, and then have a baby with that person. Maybe he's a good criminal child, because I'm sure there's good ones. They got to be some good criminals, right? Criminals that are that just want to do the right thing, be doing the right thing. I don't know. Maybe it is. I don't know. But it always reminds me, because it's in the ATL too, it just always reminds me of that one story where the lawyer had the dude in there and then he took her on up out of here. Okay. Well, shout out to the good criminals then, Sha. I'm just saying. But I thought that was an interesting ending for those people. Hopefully it'll work out for them. Hopefully they have more kids and do the damn thing. Maybe he can become her paralegal. It'll all work out. Somebody love thugs for sure. But she got her man child. Then Nicki Minaj, I guess, got hers too. What is he? A low mester, right? Ain't Nicki's husband a low mester? I'm pretty sure he is. I don't know if he's still low mesting, but I just don't think. And then you had a baby with him, a low mester. Lord have mercy. I guess you gotta do what you gotta do. So in other words, it sounds like I don't know if Fi is still here. Fi, I cannot marry you, okay? Because if I'm divorced and I'm out there, I gotta look for somebody that's lower class than me, okay? I gotta look for a young thug, a YSL person. That's what I gotta do. That's what, all right, noted. I got it. Gotta look for a criminal. Child, maybe I need to go back over to the Waffle House and just get somebody's number for later, possibly, potentially, child. Ciao. I got you. I got you, boo. All you gotta do is sit in the house and shut the fuck up and clean up. We good. We good. Oh my God. Shout out to Woke Quill. Sent you a video of a black man trying to look more appealing to black women. They said him speaking proper and not having tats. Speaking proper and not having tats means he dates white women. Child, these people just be saying shit. That don't even make no sense. That don't even make no sense. At least if it said you act white, then that would make sense. But then now it means that you date white women because you talk like you got the sense that God gave you. Goodbye. Shit. How close do you got to be? Damn. Child, people don't know how to drive. People do not know how to drive. If I open this door, I'm going to bang this fucking car. You heard? I'm going to do it. Because ain't no need for you to park this close to me. All these fucking parking spaces. Child. Don't try my patience. I'm not in the mood. I'm trying to enjoy this beautiful day. This nice day. Barely windy today. Sun is shining. No clouds in the sky. Everybody that pull up acting like an asshole here. I want some ice cream. Somebody brought up ice cream, and now all of a sudden, now I want ice cream, and I don't need it. I don't need it at all. Child, on all these spots, you gonna pull up next to me all close. What flavor ice cream? I love Rocky Road and cookies and cream. I love chocolate. Yeah, but I love Rocky Road the best. Anything with marshmallows in it, because I love marshmallows. I love marshmallows so much. I don't eat them. I used to eat them. I used to buy marshmallows all the time. Then, of course, my kids started liking them, so I'm like, all right, I can't have nothing to myself. Pause. So I used to take them and just smush them up one by one until they were nice and icky and gooey and just suck them off of my fingers. It's so good. It was so good. It was a mess, but that's what I love to do. I don't eat them anymore. A lot of sugar. Or should I say I eat it rarely? Because if I'm eating Rocky Road, then I'm eating marshmallows. That's not gross. That's actually fun. That's fun. I don't care. Sheesh. Can I have any fun? I love roasting marshmallows too. I love putting them on there and getting them as burnt as F. And then suck off the blackness part and then eat the rest of it all melted. Oh, if you've never done roasted a marshmallow, you just don't know. So good. Yes, pause, but so good. Yeah, you're gonna have sticky fingers from doing this, because I just keep going until it's mushed up. It's like fluff. It turns into fluff, and then I just lick it off. That's what I used to do. I don't do it anymore. Last time I had some marshmallows, I messed around and ate the whole bag. So I stay away from them. I could do the same thing, just like I could do with kettle jalapeno chips. I can eat the whole bag every single time. Every single time. It's so good. I'm going to get a small bag from DG today. I usually get one treat for myself, because I really got to get the stuff for the only thing I'm required to get today is the stuff for the dishwasher, whatever you use to make the dishwasher clean, or to clean the dishes for the dishwasher, whatever that's called. I need those pods. But not tell me more, you silly. When people park next to me in an empty lot, it is empty. Ain't nobody here. People go to the drive-thru in Starbucks. The only people sitting here is people that are picking shit up. Oh no, sometimes people do go inside. If I had known I wasn't going to be in Waffle House, I would have brought my computer and I would have just sat in there for a little while. Because they don't have an outside at this one. Oh yeah, they do. Oh, I could have sat outside like I did in California. Luke C. Walker. Is that supposed to be Luke Skywalker? Can't wait to see you hit 1 million subs. You're hilarious and talented. Keep pushing. Jalapeno kettle chips are the best. Thank you so much, sweetie. I appreciate you. I can barely get to 40,000, let alone 1 million. But thank you. I appreciate your encouragement and support. Shout out to all of y'all. Make sure you hit the like button. Just double tap, and that should do it. If you're on the phone, what are y'all gonna do today? It's Labor Day Saturday. Look, there she go. I don't know if y'all can see her. Damn thing sound like a space. Sound like a spaceship. And she from out of town. She's from Virginia. Carry your ass back to Virginia, bitch. She look like a soccer mom. Thank you. Fred is back. 69. Wait, Fred is back 69. Oh, okay. All right. No, that was a Toyota, not a Tesla. But yeah, she ran on up out of here. Look at all this is open. All that back there. There's no one here. All right, they work here. Those two cars over there, they work here. I promise you. And they work here too. There's nobody here. Everybody keep parking right here next to me. For why? For why? Now my girl wants ice cream. Go get it for her. That would be a nice thing to do on a beautiful day if you got a beautiful day like this. I promise you I'm about to go get some ice cream now. Oh. I messed up. Not Cricket Wireless. No, it got too hot. Meaning the phone. That's what iPhone will do. They don't give you a bit of a warning. Wait, Lucy K. Walker, sorry. Thank you for becoming a member. Welcome. I didn't even think this thing would still be on by the time it came back. K. Of course, it's K, the Godfather, to say that. Child, I keep forgetting every single time. I messed up. As usual. Oh well. That's what happened before too, because it sits in the window and the sun is beaming down on it, and then it's like it's too hot. It gets too hot. I don't even know. I can't even believe that the damn live stream was still going. I thought it would have cut off, even though it could. I'm still hungry though. I could go back to Waffle House, but I'm not. Did y'all say what y'all was doing on a Saturday? On a Labor Day Saturday? What are y'all doing today? I don't know if I'm gonna live stream again because I'm tired. I can sit right here and go to sleep, but I gotta go to the store. I gotta go home and wash clothes, of course. Clean up, of course. Do people do that anymore on a Saturday? Remember on Saturdays, black people. On Saturdays, you gotta get up and you gotta clean. You gotta clean your bathroom and clean your room, change the sheets, all that type of stuff. They don't make these kids do that. Maybe if they made them kids do that, maybe they would turn out better, you know what I'm saying? You grilling neck bones, ain't nothing wrong with that. Sounds like something you should be doing for the holiday weekend. You know what I hate? I hate when people throw like barbecues and stuff on the Monday of the holiday, knowing people gotta go to work the next day. Child, can you do that on Saturday or Sunday, please? You gotta drag your ass home and then get up and go to work the next day. Like, oh God, how thoughtless. I know that's rude, but oh well. Cold Stone Banana Coconut. Does it really have coconut in it? I hate coconut unless it's coming straight out the nut. Pause. If it's not coming straight out the nut, I don't want it. Pause. Talking about coconut. Off the tree, open it up, eat. That's what I'm talking about. That's how we did it in Guam. Neck bones sound so southern. I'm throwing some neck bones. You got music playing too. I'm just saying. I've never made that a day in my life. Not a day in my life. Not straight out the nuts. Straight out the nut. Not nuts. Nuts. Just one. Oh, y'all crazy. Oh, somebody else coming to work. They parked across the parking lot. You can tell. Used to hate taking hangovers to work Tuesday. Yeah, exactly. Or just being tired. Or maybe you just want to rest the next day after everything. Because I don't want to do anything on a Monday after. DRX, DGen, I see you, boo. Not hairy coconuts. Even though coconuts are hairy. They are hairy. That is true. Coonley, shout out to Coonley. Hello, auntie. Love you love you back, boo. Always good to see you. Always. Hope all is well. Shout out to Coonley. Shout out to y'all for coming back. Now I'm holding the phone so that it's not sitting in the sun. Yeah, too many problems today, but really not none. I'm just playing. I'm just glad that it's a beautiful day. Am I hairy? No, I'm not hairy. One thing that I am not is hairy. I have alopecia. I'm not hairy at all. I've never had to shave my legs one day in my life. Not one day in my life. Actually, it's banana pudding and coconuts, Cold Stone. Okay. I like banana pudding. I made banana pudding one time, and actually, Mr. Messy said it was good because I don't make that shit. He makes that banana pudding. I just follow the recipe. Why is that so hard, y'all? Why do these people not cook either? Remember when Kevin Samuels, if y'all are Kevin Samuels people, used to say, do you have a cookbook? Do you have a cookbook? Who's Jada? Who's Jada? Now, I know you ain't talking about no damn Jada Pinkett Smith child. I remember when Kevin Samuels was like, do you have a cookbook? And they was looking all crazy. And I'm looking around like, who don't have a cookbook? I got mine inherited. I know you effing lying. I got mine from my grandmother. My grandmother taught me how to make macaroni and cheese, and I wrote the recipe down, and I don't know where it's at. So that makes me sad, but I probably could figure it out, trial and error. But it's not anything I need to be eating anyway because it's so fattening. But if I ever wanted to make it for like a cookout or something, I'm sure I could figure it out. But I would rather make potato salad because that's actually what I do. Put in with half and half cream. Okay. The best kinds of cookbooks are inherited. I agree. I still have it. But I thought that the recipe for the macaroni and cheese was in there, but it is not. So the odds are that it is lost. Refrigerated banana pudding with whipped cream, topping sprinkled with shredded coconut. Yeah, all that sounds good until you said coconut. But I love whipped cream like crazy. I will stand in the kitchen with whipped cream and strawberries and eat. I love whipped cream. I just bought some Cool Whip. Actually, I had Cool Whip where it's in the tub, but it's better when it's coming out of the can. It's better when it comes out of the can, in my opinion. But I love Cool Whip whipped cream, whatever you want to call it. And I feel like that's not as fattening as other stuff, so I go all out. Hopefully my trainer is not listening. But I go all out when I'm eating strawberries or blackberries because I love blackberries too. Oh yeah! Oh my God! The cookbook has snickerdoodles in it, so I know how to make snickerdoodles. I love snickerdoodles. I used to make that with my kids. We used to make chocolate chip cookies. We actually gave chocolate chips and oatmeal, raisin, and sugar out for Christmas. That's what we used to give out as a gift. Because we used to have people come to our house so that our kids didn't have to go anywhere. We didn't have to go all over creation. So everyone came over for breakfast on Christmas Day. And then everybody would leave with tin can of cookies that we had made. That's why I just don't understand why people are not like invested in their children to make memories like that, so that they can then do the same stuff with their own kids. Oh, look at this person pulling up in a space that's too over for me. Look at that. Aren't they sweet? That's what I'm talking about. Oh, you became a chef during the pandemic. Shout out to you. Do you go to school for that? My dad taught us how to cook. He had a restaurant. Oh, that's awesome. My stepfather taught me how to cook for the most part, honestly. My grandmothers did when I was young, but they didn't really teach me because I was too young. But my stepfather did. He taught me how to make my favorite meal, which was steak, baked potato, and broccoli. And he would make it, whenever I asked for it, he would make it. Wolf Pack! Shout out to you. Pecan pralines. I don't like that, but I like the way they look. An industrial deep fryer and battered fries. Oh my goodness. French fries are so good. I really prefer French fries from McDonald's when they used to make them right. I don't think they make them right anymore because these people don't care. I don't go there, but last few times I've been there, they're always soggy, cold, not golden brown with the right amount of salt like when I used to work there and I used to make them. I loved working at McDonald's. Why don't these people work? That's the other thing, child. I know y'all sick of me talking about this generation, but these MFers don't work. These MFers do not work. Thought it was the oppressor. It's an ambulance. What happened to getting a job and making some money and then you can start buying your own shit? I've never been to Checkers before because they can't cook like my grandma. I can't cook like my grandmothers, but I can cook. I wouldn't even try to act like I could cook like they did. I'm not even going front. Ain't nobody dead and malnourished, so I guess something was done right. Ain't none of these people died over malnourished. That time that I told y'all that my youngest she played it up in school after I beat her ass, and then they mixed, and then they said, "What's wrong with you?" And then they said she said I beat her, so they sent social services. And they came over there and said, "Well, do you feed her?" I said, "Does she look like she missing any meals?" And I said, "That little round thing, you cannot tell me that you think that she missing any fucking meals." "Well, we have to ask." I said, "Well, you asking a dumb question. You ask a dumb question, you're going to get a dumb answer. Because ain't no way that you think that round thing ain't eating. No way." "Oh, we got to look in your refrigerator." You look. Then take her the hell on up out of here. Auntie, the rewards of what work can get you today is not motivating. That's why work is not motivational. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Can't imagine why they having so many issues. They are unoccupied people that are now easily influenced. But then again, at the end of the day, so many adult people are what's the word? Sheep, gullible. Look at all them people enslaved over there at David Taylor's church. Y'all, that's gonna be a big damn deal. Slavery, like literal slavery. They over there working at a call center, not getting paid, not eating. Then the dude out there defending it. He was a good man. Oh, was he? When you was hungry, was he? Oh, okay. Can't tell him nothing. Saw your video on Dr. Umar. Do you think you could beat him in a debate on the black community? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I wouldn't I wouldn't debate Umar. He's still intelligent. I'm not a book smart person. I'm just common sense. I am not a book smart person at all. Oh, we're gonna learn from the divester book though. It should be here tomorrow. So tentatively we are doing eviction night tomorrow, but it could turn into another divester stream, reading that book. Reading with Messy reading. Messy reads the hits. Messy Divest with Messy. We gotta come up with a title. Messy and divesting. Messy plus divesting equals laughter. I don't know. It is slavery. It's slavery. It's slavery. So Ricky was right. Ricky was right. Look at this. The Wrangler pulls up and leaves space. Look at that. That's all you gotta do. That's all you gotta do. Shout out to the Wrangler. I want a Wrangler. Messy and mayonnaise. Messy black women and mayonnaise. Maybe I should save it for Wednesday. Maybe it's a Wednesday show. Are y'all gonna sit there while I read though? Like, is that what y'all really gonna do? Lord have mercy. I cannot wait to read this book though. I think it's gonna be so freaking funny. And I wonder if like any divester people. I didn't go check out the divestors yet. I gotta see if they what they talking about. Phonics with Messy. That could be a thing. That could be a thing. That's funny. Umar knows this stuff in psychoanalysis and sociological stuff, but he panders without common sense for this audience. Auntie, you're one of his biggest fans. Yeah, I think that man is funny. I ain't gonna lie, that man is hilarious. The stuff that he says, I think he is hilarious. And the fact that he believes most of the stuff that he says. Masterpiece Theater with Messy. Oh, let me scream. Okay. That might be it. Masterpiece Theater with a MESSYMICHON. I love it. Oh my God. That could be it. Let me see. DJing. Oh my God. That is too funny. Masterpiece Theater with a messy. I didn't see an update on the past in 24 hours. Do you think they're digging deeper? I mean, at this point, there's nothing else that they can say unless somebody is going to talk. There's really nothing left to say. Like, I've been watching all the programs and stuff, and they just keep saying the same stuff. This is a pastor, this man, this woman. Even though they talk about the man more than they talk about the woman. Okay? Slavery, $50 million, ever since before the pandemic, 2015. The only thing I could think of to even talk about is that Vicky Yo person, whatever the hell her name is. Until any of those people start talking. There is one person that did talk about the experiences of her son, who was still brainwashed until yesterday. I don't understand brainwashing, but I guess it's not for me to understand. Brainwashed up until he got arrested, always was still cutting for that man. People want somebody to love them so bad. I really think that's what it is. They want somebody to love them so bad that they will accept anything. I don't get it. I mean, I understand wanting to be loved, but child, you ain't gonna sleep or eat unless I get $5,000. Bitch, I wish I remember I worked at a photography place. I forget what it was called because I had to work. And I forget when I got the job, but they had said you got to work on, let's say it was 4th of July, it was some holiday. And I was like 17 or 18. And they was like, you have to work on that holiday. And as I was looking at them in my mind, this is what I was doing. Who's she talking to? Who is she talking to? Right? So I went home. That's when I was living with my friend's family. And I said to her mom, I said, you know what they said? They said I got to work on the 4th of July. She said, yeah, you should work on the 4th of July. And I looked at her. And I said, who? I said, I'm going to go to work tomorrow. I'm going to go to work the next day. I said, I promise you I won't be working that day. She said, they're going to fire you. I said, fire me, they must. I said, but what I'm not doing is going to work at a photography studio on the 4th of July. Ain't nobody coming in there. Why are you wasting my time? Well, I failed that test because I did not go, and they let me go, and I was not offended. How are you gonna sit there? Ain't nobody going to get no pictures taken on the fucking 4th of July. Please, please, please. She said, you can't do that. I said, who? Who? And I did. They was calling, where are you at? What are you calling me for? I'm not coming in. If you do not come in, this is what they used to do. If you do not come in, you will be let go. Let go it shall be. And I did not call them back, child, but I went right down there to get that last check too. I'm not doing all that. Child, this is way back when I was a child. I'm like, these jobs are out of their mind. What do you think? No, I'm not doing that. I've had to work on holidays before, but what I was not doing is working on a holiday in a photography studio. Ain't nobody going in there. I go into owl mode. Who exactly? I did that the other day, and my trainer, he was just like, ain't no owls in here, get to work. I said, who? Ain't no owl. Yeah, that was my daughter calling. I call her back. She probably calling and saying, Michon. She called out my whole government name when she got something gossipy to say. And I'll be like, girl, do you ever call just to be like, hey, girl, I was just calling to say hi. Let you know I was thinking about you. I love you. Yeah, girl. Never. Never. It's always Michon saying my whole name. Guess what happened? Lord have mercy. I was the employee of the hour. I was. I don't care. I don't care. I wasn't doing it. I wasn't doing it. Somebody was just asking me. Oh, my boss asked me. He said, are you taking any days off next week, meaning the week of Labor Day? And I said, is there something on your calendar? It's on your calendar. We don't have to talk. We really don't have to have all this conversation. I was just asking. Okay, no. Little do he know I'm going to call out sick. Allegedly, I'm going to call out this week. I'm just saying. Were you in a sorority group in college? I was a Kappa sweetheart, or should I say I am a Kappa sweetheart. I wasn't trying to join any of that shit. And the only reason that I did that is because my best friend wanted to do it so bad, and she couldn't do shit by herself. So she was like, you got to do it with me. You got to do it with me. I'm like, girl, I said, let me tell you something. This is what I told her. I promise y'all I said this. I said, let me tell you something. I said, if one person hits me after I fuck them up, I'm going to fuck you up because I'm not for that bullshit. You already know. They're not going to hit you. They're not going to hit you. I said, all right, girl. I said, I'll do it. I said, but I promise you, which is why I would never do it. It's not like we don't hear about hazing. I don't need to be a part of shit where you think that you're going to be hitting me. I didn't allow my mother to hit me. So you think that I'm going to let strangers hit me so that I can then turn around and act like we're all sisters that love each other? I don't understand how they do it. I don't understand how they do it. They're not going to hit you. They're not going to hit you. I said, I said, we'll do it. So they would have us dress alike. I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about it. They used to have us dress alike. They used to have us recite this bullshit. I don't remember none of it. She remembers it because I could care less. And my boyfriend at the time was a Kappa, so I guess I was inclined to do it from that perspective. But y'all, he ain't asked me to do it. She just wanted to be a part of some shit. I'm like, girl, I could care less about these people. I already got a man. What the fuck I need to do this for, right? And they would call us late at night, and then you'd have to come out and come over and do whatever they asked, wash my clothes and get me something to eat because we worked at McDonald's. I'm like, they just broke asses. That's what it is. And then we had to do whatever the brothers wanted. So I had to go over there and fold these niggas' clothes. had to wash their clothes, clean their rooms. I'm like, oh my God, all for what? For what? So that I can walk around saying, oh God. I did it though. Done. Definitely broke AF. Yeah, they were definitely broke. Not like broke down poor, broke. They was just like, I feel like they was just utilizing the services. And then we had to help the dude that was on, because there was only one guy that was online. We had to help him with anything that they asked him to do. We had to help him get it done for them. It's a whole mess, y'all. I cannot imagine if it was like a line of 10 dudes. I would have failed. I would have failed. Because they always started after 10 p.m. It's like, stop, do y'all not do anything in the day? I guess they was in class. This shit always started after 10 p.m. Can you bring me something to eat? Can you come clean this mess up for me? I need somebody to come do this. I need somebody to come do that. Come over here and do this. Come over and bring this. Come over and bring that. Child. I did it. Child, it wasn't even like my boyfriend was asking me to do anything. He's like, you better do it. I was like, whatever. I did that shit. It was I don't even talk to none of them people no more. None of them. So you got to walk around and have a freaking shirt that said Kappa Sweetheart. Wow. I mean, we're cool on Facebook and everything, but I don't get it. The people that are actually in the sororities and the fraternities, though, they hold that shit like that's the Lord God in heaven, y'all. I know these AKAs that just are like, they gotta have every person that was on their line in their weddings and whatnot. So you were an idiot. Yeah, I was. But that's okay, because that's experience. But they be having weddings and having every single, I'm like, all these girls are not your friends, child, but whatever. All these girls are not your best friends, child, but whatever. We have a sisterhood for life. Oh Lord. All right, y'all. Whatever you say. You gonna pledge? Hell fucking no. That Kappa Sweetheart stuff was enough. That was enough. Because I know for a fact, allegedly, that they definitely be hazing when you join a real fraternity or a real sorority. And I'll be damned. How you gonna beat somebody up and then turn around and then be like, you're my sister for life? Child, if y'all don't go to hell, do that even make sense? The white sororities and fraternities do it too. They are not absolved. But you know what they had? They had their own houses. They had their own what is it called in Revenge of the Nerds? They had their own pie offices, whatever they was called, their own houses and whatnot. Black people couldn't have their houses. I don't know why. I'm sure it was racism. It's the same shit, different reason. Yeah, people die all the time from hazing. All the time. And for they just had it done like not even 6 months ago. I forget that dude's name. And it was his brothers doing it to him. And now he dead. I think they pled or something, but I just don't get it. But it's not for me to get. Good luck to those people. They be wearing that pink and I'm so sick of pink and green. No shade AKAs. But y'all run that shit to death. It's annoying. And most of the women in my family, well, not most of them, but a few of them are in sororities. So they got to be wearing their colors, and you want to come to and donate to? No, I don't. You want to give? No, I don't. Then there's homecoming. Oh Lord. We do this. Let me say that, because I haven't gone in a few years. They do the same stuff every year. Oh, it's so good to see you. Child. We just saw you on Facebook. What were we talking about? What are we talking about? Then they, reminisce about the same old shit, same old stuff, blah, 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 blah. Watch the football game, typically lose. Then go over to each other's house or somebody's house that's throwing something. Then go out to breakfast the next day. Then everybody go home. All right. I'm good. I'm gonna go to somebody else's this year. Actually, I'm gonna go to Del State this year. I'm gonna go to Del State's homecoming. I know so many people that went to Del State. Shout out to Cheney and Lincoln University. Is Lincoln still a school? I don't even know if that school still exists. They was just losing their accreditation when I was in college. Like the sun went up and went down. Cheney lost its accreditation. Lincoln lost its accreditation. Cheney lost its accreditation. Lincoln lost its accreditation. I'm pretty sure it's Donald Trump's fault and it was racism. I have no doubt. Back in the early 90s. I'm sure that's what it is. So they're basically like Jehovah's Witnesses knocking at your door. Yeah. Trying to recruit. Now I gotta check my school to see if it's accredited. That used to be a thing all the time. That you would lose their accreditation. Are you accredited? So one year your degree is good, the next year it's not. One year your degree is good, the next year it's not. What kind of mess? I always wanted to go to Howard. I didn't. But I always wanted to go to Howard. Now they over there at Howard complaining because they got to pay for their shit or something like that. I never looked into that. I got to look into that. Not the Umar college. Somebody is saying that Umar really didn't go to college. I thought he did, but I really don't care because I don't listen to him. But I think it would be hilarious if he really didn't go to college. That video where I knew women would come out here and support that man still. We gotta stop tossing away our own. How come we're not saying? Because the girl said in the video, she said, even though he did wrong, and I'm like, wait a minute. Well, why are we not chastising Umar for doing wrong instead of trying to chastise us? Because we're saying we're done with this shit. Not we, but y'all know what I'm saying. How come it's always the other? Why do you never say anything to the person that did the thing? Why? I'm so confused. That don't make no sense. Yeah, that's what I said. Umar is funny. Like, he definitely funny. But I just be so confused. Y'all be pointing the fingers at the wrong damn people. What the fuck? Black Queens Forever. I love that song. I love that song. Woo! He's a clinical psychologist from the Philadelphia College of Osteopathic Medicine. Are you serious? Don't that mean knees? Isn't osteopathic bones and knees? Or are you playing? Xerox with a diploma in a $30 frame. Child. Probably. Yes, they have psychology too. Oh, okay. All right. Child, he got more schooling than me. Wherever he went, it allowed him to figure out how to I can't Google it right now. But it allowed him to figure out how to scam. Allegedly. And how to is he just a smaller version of David Taylor, allegedly, but just not on his grand scale because he's not enslaving people? Not Blue Star Academy. That sounds like a place where cheerleaders go. Blue Star Academy. Send your daughter there for a good cheerleading experience. Child, what are y'all doing today? You sitting up here on this live stream. Why are y'all not out doing something? What's the plan for Saturday? Is this just another Saturday, y'all? It's definitely just another Saturday. These holidays at this point don't mean shit to me except for a day off of work. Right, long weekend. Because everybody got their own shit to do. Oh, is football on? Okay. Rah, sis, boom, pop. um, help Umar. He a ghetto supervillain, the grifter. Yeah. Osteopathic physician who specializes in psychiatry or another mental health field, applying the holistic principles of osteopathic medicine to the practice of mental health care. Lord, Lord, Lord. I didn't even know Stacey Abrams had a case. I thought that woman disappeared. I feel like I haven't heard her say anything in ever. Oh, you ended a live stream, you gonna go outside? Yeah, that's where I'm at with it. That's probably why I didn't feel like live streaming today, because I had already been outside. I got up today at 6 to meet my girlfriend at 7. We walked for an hour. Then I went to my trainer and worked out there for almost an hour. I was tired. I've done every day this week. Tired. I'm probably gonna go home and lay down. I'm supposed to be cleaning, but I'm probably gonna lay down. I'm gonna wash clothes though. I'm gonna wash clothes so I can be ready for this week. Yeah, I'm trying. I told him. I said I hurt all over. He's like, that's good. And I was like, all right. I bet my scalp is sweaty. It's hot out here. It's hot out here. But my wig holds up, so I'm good. I'm good. But yeah, I'll be back at it tomorrow. I'm gonna get Wingstop this week, y'all. This upcoming week, I promise you. I promise you, I am getting Wingstop this week. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna stream from there and show you the chicken. It's so good, and I'm gonna get a root beer. I'm so looking forward to it. That is my treat. That is my treat. Find a good movie to fall asleep to. I'm gonna turn on YouTube and fall asleep. I'm gonna turn YouTube right on and fall right to sleep. Fatty probably on, so that'll do it, because they'll be arguing the same points. No shade, Fatty. I love Fatty. I really do, and he's doing a damn thing. But child, them conversations, I'm like, oh my God. Ever since they found out Stacey got that $2 million, they bought her back up and been kicking in her back. I don't even know what that's about. All right, Wolfpack, I look forward to it. I love Wingstop. I love it, love it, love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. No, I'm fine sitting in the car. Crime is down. Yo, I got a whole thing of crime is down too. Lord have mercy. I'm gonna stream on Labor Day too. I ain't going nowhere. I ain't going nowhere. Got nowhere to go. Don't invite me nowhere. Oh no, I'm supposed to go bowling. We'll see. We'll see. How come ain't nobody taking the date yet? That's a fire engine. Nobody's taking the date with Umar yet. What are we waiting for? Single by choice is why? To sit there and watch Kendra videos? No. So I will turn on I've been watching A Different World, rewatching A Different World, or Sex in the City. I promise you, I'm not going, no shade against Single by Choice. Shout out to them. I'm not sitting there watching Kendra G all night. Nope. Oh, a few people signed up. Hopefully it was them women that sat there and talked about you need to make sure that you support Dr. Umar. The video I did. What's your favorite color, and do you have a thing for green? Wingstop and Starbucks. My favorite color is red or black. Do I have a thing for green? Money, yeah. And Wingstop. Oh, Wingstop and Starbucks. Oh my God. That is a tough one. That is a tough one. Lord, how could you do this to me? How could you do this to me? I think it's Starbucks though. I think it's Starbucks. Because you can get anything here, and then they get to give you the stars, and And then you can use that to buy shit. Then you can get something cold, you can get something hot, you can get some protein, you can get some breakfast, lunch, or whatever. It's Starbucks for sure. Now, they are very expensive, but what can you do? And they're everywhere. Wingstops aren't everywhere. Starbucks is everywhere. Wingstop is not necessarily everywhere. Not putting ass back in class. Shut up. The Soprano. Yeah, I watched. Well, I didn't watch it faithfully. Mr. Messy watched that. That's not my thing, but I've seen it. Yeah. I'm supposed to rewatch The Wire. I'm supposed to rewatch The Wire. Maybe we should do that on Rumble. Rewatch The Wire. Because why? I can't even believe people be like, oh, I never watched The Wire. How? How? That was so good. The Wire is better than Power. The Wire is better than Power. I think, I don't even know how long. I feel like they were on around about the same amount of years or whatever, but it's so good. Is that woman still playing Shaka Khan? What woman? The Wire live from Doogie Town. Exactly. Doogie out there being a jackass as usual. I like garlic parmesan and lemon pepper. That's what I like. I'm being gangster with those movies. Those are good shows. Those are good shows. I like The Wire when Michael B. Jordan was a baby. But I've known Michael B. Jordan since he was on All My Children. And he looked exactly the same then. It's weird with that mustache now, but you know, whatever he like, whatever. I don't know. I would have not called him corny, but you know, whatever. They clearly didn't know who he was, cause him being on All My Children was a big deal. He was a kid, and he was the adopted son of a very rich white family. So that I don't care. Being on soap operas back then was a big damn deal. It was a big deal. ABC, she was on All My Children, but I watched All My Children, One Life to Live, and General Hospital, and Young and the Restless by way of my grandmother, because that's what she watched. We were some TV watchers when my grandmother was alive. Price is Right, Match Game, Let's Make a Deal, then the soap operas, then the news, then whatever, Wheel of Fortune at night. I don't know of Jeopardy. I don't know about Jeopardy, but it definitely was Wheel of Fortune at night. And then whatever the TV show was, then you carried your ass to bed because you needed to go to bed. But we was watching TV all day, and didn't anybody end up too crazy. I like Pressure Luck. I still watch old Pressure Lucks. And then the new one with the girl with the blonde hair, I don't know her name. I love that. Yep, Young and the Restless came on EST at 12:30 EST. But yep, Young and the Restless still on. Victor Newman's still there. He ain't going nowhere. Victor and Nikki Newman ain't going nowhere. I had to stop finally watching it because it was ridiculous as I got older. But I've watched that ever since General Hospital. I was watching General Hospital since I was in high school. Watching it. Making sure that I recorded it. We had what do we have? Big Bucks No Whammy, exactly. What do we have? VCRs. And my mom watched it, so that was something we could finally relate to together. Is the All My Children anyway. Them VHSs was getting filled. Logical. Victor Newman is still alive. Yes. What is his name? Child, tip of my tongue. What is his name? Braden. Something. Yeah, he's still alive. Sure enough. Not Matt, like, keep recording over them. Yes, until the damn thing ripped or it started to get all warpy when you recorded over it. Now we just got streaming. You just go to it. It's there. My Eric Braden, thank you, boo. My, how things have changed. They should bring back a new Soul Train dance show. It's on YouTube. That would be cool. We had that. We had American Bandstand. We had Dance Fever. There were so many dance shows. There were so many dance shows. It was something else that came on in Philly. Something at 4 o'clock. I can't think of what it was called. I think it was Dancing on Air. We had more dance shows than a little bit, playing music. Then Young and the Restless. The MTV started, and then they was doing whatever them white people was doing, child. Thinking they could dance, I guess. I don't know. Eric Braden had facelifts. He probably did, but you know what? All the people back in the 70s and 80s look old then, even though they wasn't that old. So looking at Eric Braden now, even if he had facelift, he still looks old, but he's really not really looking that old. Because he was looking old back then. Everybody looked old back in the 70s and 80s. I don't understand it. And they was all in their 30s and whatnot, looking like they was 80. Oh, shit. That's too funny. D has line dancing channels. Oh my God, I used to go and do line dancing as well. Me and my other friend from where I used to work, we used to take this line dancing class every week for an hour, learn how to line dance. I love to dance, but we was line dancing it up. Not drinking a DRUGS, none of that. Dr. Steele is in here. Shout out to Dr. Steele. Saturday nights, if you missed the club, we had a show streaming in the club 7140, from 10 till 12. In Pennsylvania, they used to have a club called Pulsations, which was an actual nightclub like Studio 54 for kids. And guess what? We could go and you could have fun and you didn't get SHOT'd up. You did not get SHOT'd. Like, it was like chandeliers. It was glass all over the place. It was a bar. Of course, you only got soda. I think you could only get like chips and stuff. It wasn't no meals. They played the music. And you could be in there until 1 in the morning. Your parents had to come get your punk ass. And that was that. On Fridays and Saturday nights, you could have your birthday parties there. That made us feel like we were grown for real, for real. Oh, that was a great thing. You couldn't have that today, unfortunately. We had another place called Teen Palace. Child, they made sure that we had something to do back in the 80s. Sorry for these other people's luck. Y'all can't even go to school. Y'all can't go to church. Y'all can't do shit without somebody coming and ruining it for nothing. They had a place called Gotham, which was for young adults in Philly. And another place, I can't think of what it's called, but they had clubs. Oh, the place where they got that song. Let me clear my throat. Where they recorded that at was someplace in one of the Philly clubs. I forget who sang that song. Now, let me clear my throat. I know y'all know that song. Yeah, we had arcades too. Donkey Kong. DJ Cool. Thank you, boo. DJ Cool rip up the whole damn floor, or however it went. That song will be like famous forever. Gotham, South Philly. Yeah. Not pause, but yeah. I didn't even think about that. Woo! Skating rinks, bowling alleys. Yes, pool halls were lit until the gremlins arrived. Yup. Yo, we had all-night skates. Where you were locked in the skating rink because you couldn't leave. I never really did that because skating wasn't my thing, but my kids could do that. So they would go and I would drop them off at about 9:30, 10 o'clock. You could not leave. And if your kid fell asleep, they would call you and you would have to get your punk ass up out of bed and come get your kid. And if you didn't, they couldn't come back. If you did not come get them, they could not come back. Skating rinks do still exist. My daughter takes my granddaughters there, which is cool and cute. Because if they get into it, I'll definitely buy them skates. But yeah. And we didn't have to work. There may have been a fight, but there was nothing like you're not going to die because you went to the skating rink. And guess what? All them parents loved it because then they could go out. All they had to do was pay whatever the entrance fee was, whatever it was for the skates, and give them some money for some pizza and a soda. And they could be out doing whatever they wanted to do instead of getting on the internet complaining about the fact that your Generation X won't take your kids for the weekend. Maybe if y'all knew how to take care of these kids, you could get something like that back. Now you can't even have freaking Walmart open 24 hours a day anymore because y'all don't know how to act. But y'all, we don't know nothing. The 80s is dead, child. The 80s is dead. But yeah, that was good stuff. They don't know. You don't know. It's okay. You ain't gotta listen. Some malls have ice rinks. We were in a hotel, me and my sister, one time. They had an ice rink in there. I'm not gonna ice skate either. Definitely couldn't do it now. Absolutely not. Absolutely. They can barely have freaking they can barely have the mall open. Malls close earlier now. And all the stores are closing down. It's ridiculous. There's not even going to be a need for a mall anymore. Yeah, that's the other thing we used to do. We could be dropped off at the mall. Dropped off at the mall until 10 o'clock. Or then you could go to the movie theater because movie theaters were connected to the malls, y'all. Go to the mall, walk around, not steal, and then go to the arcade, and then go to the movie theater. There were some nice movie theaters. Get yourself some popcorn and some candy. Sit your punk ass down, watch the damn movie, and then I'll be outside to get you at about midnight. Come on, KOP, King of Prussia Mall. Shout out to the King of Prussia. I think last time I was there, I'm still looking around like, what's going on around here? That's a hike. KOP is a hike. I used to work up that way in Bryn Mawr. The traffic on the Blue Route, Lord help yo people. Ridiculous. Oh, Bahama Breeze. Yup. Oh, that's what it was. Bahama Breeze, actually. I think it was that. But they had all those clubs. Philly had a lot of clubs. We had to wait hours for the first Batman. That's why we need schools like FDMG. Oh, okay. Okay. We need parents to parent. The Bryn Mawr train station. I never been to the train station. I'm behind on the video, but I thought our loved ones, when they dropped us off at the skating rink, they just wanted to get rid of us. I think that was a good deal. But I don't look at it like wanting to get rid of, even though I'm not saying that wasn't a part of it. But it's not like we wasn't in there skating, hanging out with our friends, eating, trying to act like we doing something because we was spending money on some funky ass pizza that basically was cardboard. So we got something out of it too. I feel like we did anyway. I did. Malls in the ATL have a government agency in it? For what? I don't understand. You can still learn how to swim. I love swimming. Yeah, we went swimming too. Swimming in the Y, the pools, the public pool. Then we got a pool at home, which was fine, but it's better when you go to a pool where all your friends are. Swimming at home is fine when you're having a family function, but if you like to swim out there by yourself, it's not the same. It's a nice pool though, so let me shut up. Not Michael Phelps, but yeah, I like to swim. I was required to learn how to swim, which is why I require my grandchildren and my children and I made them all take lessons to learn how to swim. You got to be able to know how to save yourself somewhat. Required. Block parties. I don't think I've been to a block party. I don't do that. I don't like people like that. I really don't. They used to have block parties, and I'd be like, I ain't going to that shit. But I guess the block party when I was living with my grandmother was our family, so that was fun. Yeah, swimming is important as far as I'm concerned. And many black people don't know how to swim. And there's really no excuse. Just go get some lessons. Nobody cares. You can drown in very little amount of water. And I definitely don't want that to happen to my grandchildren. Period. Period. Nobody I knew had a pool. I wasn't rich. I didn't pay for it. It wasn't me. But yeah, my parents had a pool built in. It wasn't there when they bought the house, but then they had a pool built. And it looks so beautiful when you look at a pool that's just sitting there and it's glistening and the sun is shining on it. It actually is amazing. It actually is amazing. But it is a huge responsibility, especially when you have kids. And God forbid if somebody ever broke the gate or came in and something happened. Oh my God, I could not imagine. I could not imagine. My mom just sent me and my sister a picture of, sent us a picture of the house that we used to live in when we were growing up because it's for sale again. And it's worth almost $700,000. And if I'm not mistaken, when they purchased it, it was about $54,000 when they purchased it, which is crazy. But you can't tell people, that, good way to build wealth is with real estate. Can't tell people that. Don't mean you're going to be a millionaire tomorrow, but plenty of appreciation. That house doesn't belong to you. It belongs to the bank. Mm-hmm. So does that car, but you still bought the car now, didn't you? Mm-hmm. Child, don't play financial games with me, child. I be knowing. You don't want responsibility. And like remember the girl that we was watching where she was just like, home ownership is not for me. She bought a fucking 4-bedroom house. She's one person. She's one person. She bought a 4-bedroom house. Girl. Just because they say you can spend that amount of money doesn't mean that you should spend that amount of money. Every time we get approved or pre-approved for something, it's always an amount way over here. And I'm like, walk that dog back, because ain't nobody spending all that money, because that payment is going to be a bear, and ain't nobody got time for that. That's why when I hear these young people talking about their rents are $2,000 or the mortgage is $2,000, I'm like, I've never paid that in my life. Never, ever, ever. Just to get it back. 2008, y'all, I really think we're about to have another 2008, if you remember. I really do. I really do. There's no way that this shit can continue to sustain itself. Maybe she wants a large family. She about to be having a large family on the other side of that dough because she can't afford it. If she wants a large family, she should work on having the family first and then buy the home. But you can't tell these people nothing. Exactly. She should have got a condo or a townhouse. Everybody wants to start off at the top instead of working their way to the top, which is half of the problem. That's what it is. You want to be like everybody else, but you don't know what work they did in order to get to where they are. That I said the same thing, Marcos. I don't understand why she just, instead of coming to the internet with that woe is me story, rent them rooms out. Somebody need a place to live. I'm not saying to rent it out to bums on the corner by the train station, but you telling me ain't no college people in the area that might need a room, or some intern might need a room, or somebody. These people don't think of solutions. They just want to get on the internet and say, watch my video so that I can pay my so that I can pay my rent. Apartment condos win these days unless you can afford it. I would love to live in a high rise of some sort, honestly. But I don't want to deal with HOAs. I definitely don't. Been there, done that. I don't want to deal with HOAs. with regard to condos. But I think there's a difference between HOA and a homeowners association, because we got a homeowners association and it's the same amount every year in a community. So I don't worry about HOA stuff. Shoot, I'm more worried about damn taxes, because the damn schools always want to increase. I'm like, I ain't even got nobody in those damn schools. I don't want to pay that. Yeah, see that, you know what, Marcos, I think that was a red flag. Like my pastor has a decent home, but it is not a mansion. He ain't out here pulling up in Bentleys. Like, he don't be wearing Fendi, Gucci, Fucci, Poochie, and Lucci like Bishop Lamar Whitehead. It's like, come on, y'all. Sometimes you can see the writing on the wall. I wouldn't be giving Lamar Whitehead a GD thing, let alone my life savings, so that he can invest it. If I'm going to give my money to somebody to invest, it's going to be an investment firm. It's going to be Merrill Lynch, not Lamar Whitehead, y'all. What is wrong with people? I don't get it. Maybe it's me. Do I remember DOD? Yeah, that nigga still be tagging me and shit, which I blocked him, so I don't even understand how that works. But I don't care what that nigga got to say. Fuck him. Creflo Dollar, another one. Why are y'all giving this man money? Talking about I need money for a plane and all this other dumb shit. What are y'all getting? That's what I always say. Okay, so they running up a bag, as Anton says. Where are y'all at? What's changed for y'all? What are you getting? What's he giving back to y'all as you continue to give to him? Creflo actually came to our church one time, and he actually spoke very eloquently, and he had a good message. He really did. But I'm not giving that nigga no money. Fuck that nigga. No. I said that, I meant that. No. Y'all take your plane and carry on. Let them people down. Is he in Atlanta or is he in Texas? One of them places. Let them give it to you. I'm not giving it to you. Pause. I'm not giving it to you. Buy your way to heaven. TD Jakes, did he do the same thing? Another light-skinned version of Umar. Woo. But Umar should have a block party over there in Wilmington in front of the school. I wonder what his plan is. He ain't talking a bit about that school since he got it back. What's he said about that school since he got it back? Yeah, I'm about to get me a pink drink next, and then I gotta go on to Dollar General. Creflo wanted you to turn in your W-2. Seriously? Shit. There's always signs. I don't know why these people are so desperate to have somebody like them. That's what I look at it at. TD Jakes got swallowed up. But oh no, stroked that out one time on stage. Yeah. And he backed out now. He retired, I guess. Over there talking to Oprah, from what I understand. I think. But they both spoke out about something. I had this article about Oprah and how she was a biatch to all these celebrities. I was like, do I care? Do y'all want to hear this mess? I was like, I felt like no, because I feel like everybody knows. I didn't realize that Oprah was as bad as like I found out since I've been on YouTube. Because Oprah came on, it was on the same, excuse me, it was on the same station as General Hospital. So I would catch about 10 minutes of her because I always wanted to over the DVR or VCR, whatever it was. So I missed nothing on General Hospital. So I would just see what she would be talking about. I'm like, I'm tired of hearing this lady talk about fat. I'm tired of hearing this lady talk about racist. I was like, who's listening to it? It was a bunch of white women that was in her audience all the time. That's what I saw. But I remember when she brought out Monique's brother that lomested her, and she wasn't supposed to. I'm like, ooh, Oprah, hi, sister, gonna do that to another sister. Anybody give Oprah a hard time about that? I don't think so. How come y'all ain't, not y'all, but how come they didn't give Oprah a hard time about that? Y'all think that Oprah was at Diddy's parties? What was she doing? Cleaning up? Who was taking Oprah down? Howard Stern. Did Howard Stern go? Howard Stern turned like a big pussy ass bitch because he didn't used to be like this. That was wicked. What was wicked? What happened? What'd I do? What'd I do? That ABC married to a black woman. Child. These people crazy. But you know, people adore celebrities for some reason. I could care less. I could care less about Oprah, Stedman, Shelley, Obama, none of them. And other people need to forget about them damn people and freaking figure out what they need to do for themselves. Oprah was the real messy. Yeah, what I saw, what I read, she really was. She tried it with Whitney, which we all know. She tried it with Michael Jackson. She was trying it with everybody. She didn't give a F. And she started out in Baltimore with nothing. Like, I remember when Oprah was on WJZ TV in Baltimore with Richard Scher. Child, I remember that. Because everybody was like, oh, that's Oprah, 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 Oprah. Just like, I forget what part of Maryland Toni Braxton and her family are from, but they from Maryland too. So everybody was always like, oh, I went to school with Toni. I went to school with this one. I was like, I don't give a fuck. I don't care. So they're from Maryland. What do that get us? All right, we both from Maryland. So what? Nobody cares. We went to the same church. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Now one of the sisters is dead. Probably the best sister. Came around here acting, making up stories and shit for attention. I don't even know if Toni really married Birdman. Michael Jackson's ranch is 20 minutes away in Santa Ynez. Yeah, the ranch that everybody dropped their kids off and then turned around and said that he molested them after they dropped the kid off. Child. I will always love Michael Jackson. Rest in peace to MJ. Always. Can't nobody say nothing bad about MJ as far as I'm concerned. Wasn't no Ubers back then. How'd they get there? One of his kids just got married. One of his kids just got married, I believe. I forget which one. Shout out to them. If I was going to Los Angeles, I would go see it for sure. Tamar is definitely a lunatic. She been one. She been one, child. When she gave up Vince, I loved Vince. He looked goofy. Let's not get it twisted. But I loved Vince, and I thought that he handled her well, based off of what we saw. You was already with his ass. Then all of a sudden you became famous off of your smart ass mouth. Now all of a sudden you done with Vince. I thought Bed and Bath was closed already. Wait, Bed, Bath and Beyond. I thought that was already closed. Most of them closed around here. I love that store. I used to go there on the weekends too. Well, I just rolled over yesterday, or maybe it was this morning, and bought some Fenty. I needed more lip gloss, I guess. Oh, they really did get married. Well, how long was they married for? Shit. I don't know. Maybe it's oh, Prince got engaged. All right, thanks for the info. They've been dating for forever. Toni Braxton then filed bankruptcy twice. Why he even marry her? She done filed twice. I don't understand these people. People be listening to them thinking that celebrities got it together and they don't have it together. Just like we talked about Billy Porter the other day, who gonna have the nerve and audacity to talk about fucking Snoop Dogg and that nigga getting divorced because the white man don't want him anymore, and lost his whole ass house talking about we don't get paid enough. What do you do, sir? What do? You spend money. Sir, all you do is spend money. I'm just saying. you're gonna have the nerve to talk about Snoop. I'm gonna need you to shut the entire fuck up. And I don't even dislike you like that, but I don't appreciate that. And I'm sick of ABCDs trying to act like we can't have our opinion and can't, not like something without calling us obic or ism. Call me all them names. I don't give a fuck. I'ma still say what I want to say. Apple. Anyway, child, what time is it? Oh, it's after 4 o'clock, child. Y'all, I got to go and get the Dollar General. Oh, there's a lot of motorcycles out. It's their season. Wow. It's their season. All right, y'all. Go do something. Go get outside if you haven't. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Shout out to y'all for hanging out with me. I'm on live stream tomorrow at home. Eviction night tomorrow. Along with some time is down. Yes, couch, go to church. You should. We all should go to church for sure. But I will. Thank you. Shout out to everybody that donated. I appreciate you. Hit the like button. Double tap if you haven't. I appreciate you. Love you back. Y'all get out there and do something today. All right. I appreciate you. I see.